And welcome back. And as promised before the break, we have been joined by representatives from Karl Menzies, their beverage division, to talk about sparkling wines and champagnes that are very popular and necessary around this time of year. We have in studio Michael Fuller, who's the digital and marketing officer, and we have Carolyn Wade, who's the sales manager. Good morning.
Hello,
and
good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Deal.
Now, I know very, very, very little about wine, other than there's red and there's white.
Okay.
That's all you need to know?
No, actually, that's a step. That's a perfect step in moving forward. Yes, because that's what you need to know, if it's red or white, and then from there you could go in a little bit deeper, and that's why we're here today.
All right.
Okay.
And if you have enough wine, you'll end up whining, right?
Well, definitely, of course.
So that's what, see? 3 things to know, right? Red wine and wine.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about what you have at, in general, at your beverage division, and then we can jump into what you're going to showcase for today.
Okay, what we're showcasing today is a variety from sparkling wines and champagne. You find out that most people tend to be confused when they come in and ask for champagne. They think it has to have the name or bear the name champagne. But we're here to let our fellow Belizeans know that champagne and sparkling wine is the same thing. So we're going to start off by doing a quick explanation by saying that champagne is only called champagne when it's from that specific region in France. And everything else is sparkling wine. So champagne is a sparkling wine, but sparkling wine is not champagne. Okay? It's a bit confusing, but it's pretty simple because champagne is a region in France that names champagne. It's like, say it's Belize. You cannot call anything else made Belize if it's not made in Belize. So it's the same thing. Champagne is made in a specific region, Champagne, but it's a sparkling wine.
And I didn't know that.
Yes, so that's why we're here. It's okay. We understand.
Spreading the knowledge.
Yes, so that's what we're going to explain. We also have the Prosecco, and we're going to explain a little bit more about the Prosecco. The Prosecco is a more economic version for the champagne, for the sparkling wine.
Meaning it's more affordable, that's all.
It's more affordable, yes, because most people say, you know, when it's champagne, oh, I can't afford it, and the cost is too high, and I cannot afford to have to buy the little grape juice, sparkling grape juice that is sold in most of the supermarkets. But, you know, at the beverage division in Karl Menzies, we try to put the variety and have the customer decide by giving them the education they need.
All right, so you have different types of sparkling wines,
yes,
for different budgets.
Yes, we do.
All right, so let's start off and see what you have first.
Okay. Over on this side, we're starting with sparkling wines, and then we're going to lead off to the champagne to the end.
Yes.
And we have some people in studio who are excited about the 8th, but before we get there, let's start over there.
Well, our sparkling wines come in different varietals. Some are red, some are more on the clear side, and they range from sweet to dry. And sweeter sparkling wines, for example, go well with fruits or popcorn on the side. Whereas
wine and popcorn?
Yes, you'd be
yes,
surprised.
Popcorn.
Sparkling wines
popcorn,
and
yes.
champagne, they're not
Cool with
specific
that
to events only. You could have sparkling wine whenever. And the dry ones go more with seafood.
Yes.
We found out, yes. And then, so on here we have the Envy, the Berries Envy.
Beautiful bottle Envy.
Yes. And this is more on the sweeter end
Yes.
of the sparkling wines.
So that would be like more dessert?
Yes,
Or-
more to go with fruits,
More with
desserts.
fruit and dessert.
Okay.
And like we mentioned before, the popcorn.
Popcorn. I never thought wine and pop. That's what I'll have. for
And
my-
because of the lovely bottle, you wouldn't believe, but it's a rosé inside. It has that lovely red hue, and it has that fruity aroma. So most people who like that,
Sweet.
yes, for me, That's what I would prefer drinking.
Envy.
You know, and then for those who like a little bit more, blah, blah, boom, you know, we have the variety as well that Mike will continue explaining.
Yes. We also have a lot of people believe that champagnes or sparkling wines, they come from very exotic regions. But we also have some that are local to the Americas as well. For example, the Santa Carolina line comes from Chile. Where
Chile has been making a name for
very
itself.
booming
yes,
with wines over the past couple of years. Also California. And the Brut and the Demi-Sec are more on the economic budget in terms of sparkling wines.
That's right.
And what do you have those with?
Well, it depends. The Brut is more on the drier side and the Demi-Sec is sweeter. So again, it depends on your palate. If you prefer sweeter drinks, sweeter wines over drier wines, and then pairing them with foods that are opposite to what they taste like, almost.
All right. And the Brut?
Yes, we have Brut from the Santa Carolina line and also from Pierre de Champagne. And I believe the Santa Carolina line is higher in alcoholic percentage as compared to the other ones.
Okay.
Yes.
It has the kick that most people like. But we know that champagne is all about the bubbles. Whenever you're celebrating and whenever you're having a party or a wedding, you know, it's all about the bubbles.
Yeah.
Very rare people would say, you know what, give me the one with the highest kick. Because it's all about the bubbles when it comes to celebrating. So we have the Frizzante, which has a little bubble, and then we have the Spumante that has more.
And I remember a long time this commercial, the smaller the bubbles, the something something.
Yes. Reuniti Spumante.
Yes.
Well, what's really fascinating is that some of these sparkling wines and champagnes, they go through different methods. Some of them go through what we know as a tank method, and the champagne, for example, goes through the traditional method, which is a longer process. It carbonates the beverage more, so there's more bubbles, whereas a sparkling wine will have less bubbles, but still has that kick, you know?
The Prosecco, you'll find out that the Prosecco tends to have less bubbles. The bubbles won't last as long as the champagne, but it still have the frothy, bubbly. The bubbles are lighter with the Prosecco, and the flavor is also exceptionally well.
So the purpose of the bubbles, why are people attracted to the bubbles? Is it because of you have me salivating?
Well, I think...
Is it because of the action in your mouth?
Yeah, it's all about the texture. Even with soda, carbonated drinks that we have, it's all, you drink a flat Coke and it's not very appetizing, you know? So it's all about that texture and that fun, spritzy moment in your mouth.
That's true.
Yes.
All right. So what next? I'm learning little things here. I'll take a test at the end. Like
Ms. Caroline mentioned earlier, apart from our sparkling wine, we have our Prosecco, which is specific to Italy. And the grape used is the Glera grape, which was formerly known as the Prosecco grape. But it comes from Italy. It's known as a Prosecco if it comes from Italy. Not specific to the Prosecco region, but Italy in general. And like Ms. Caroline had mentioned, it's more on the mid-range, I'd say, when it comes to pricing. And it's very flavorful, very bubbly, full of aroma. As you pop the bottle, you can smell different aromas depending on which one.
Nice.
Now let me ask a question, because one of the big things is chill or not.
Chill or not, always chill.
Always
we
chill.
recommend to put your sparkling wine or champagne in the refrigerator anywhere cool for about 45 minutes, and you take it out of the fridge and you open it and then you have your fun.
And the reason for 45 minutes is because the longer you cool it, it starts to lose its flavor, it starts to lose the texture. So around 45 minutes, because temperature in Belize is much different from colder regions. So
I don't consume red wine in Belize. I'm not going to drink boiling wine.
Definitely.
If you drink it too cold, then you won't enjoy it as much, because most of the taste will get lost in the coolness of the champagne.
So then, because you said only 45 minutes, that means that once you open a bottle, you You finish
It's
it.
best, yes. That's the purpose of the champagne.
That is always the best argument, you know, like I have to
Yes.
finish it, you know, because
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave it open for too long. So
Yes. So you have
The
to
more the
finish it
merrier.
until the end. That's right. So it's good to share with friends. You cannot drink. I want to recommend drinking a bottle of champagne alone. That's why it's for celebration. You
so
drink it together.
let me know when you'll open a bottle and I'll pop over, all right?
Okay.
and even
we'll find it out right now.
for our designated drivers or people who still want to enjoy the fun and not really wanting to drink alcohol for the holidays, we also have our non-alcoholic champagne from
Interesting.
Frey, and it has 0% alcohol in it. Still has the same texture, bubbly aromas.
So you
right.
can feel like you're drinking
Exactly.
even though you're not getting the...
Because you see, that's the same thing we had mentioned before. It's all about the bubbles. It's not really about the alcoholic content when it comes to champagne or sparkling wines. So that's the reason why we decided that, you know, to have for those who, well, don't really want to have the alcohol, but still want the bubbles, we have the free.
And that's a good choice for people as well, option in
Yes.
terms of feeling the same way.
That's true.
Right? And then we go from there.
We have our, I like to say our higher end champagnes over on this side. Actually, this one starts with sparkling wine, the Luc Belair
Luc
Rosé.
Belair Rosé.
And this is a very aromatic sparkling wine. It has a red tinge to it almost, and it is preferably served chilled as well. And
Yes, this specific sparkling wine is made of France's 3 most popular rosé grapes. It's the Saint-Sault, the Syrah, and the...
Don't worry, I won't know.
It's a very unusual name, but I still have to learn to pronounce. But it's made of the 3 most famous rosé, and what it is, it's a, you see it very clearly, it's a perfect bottle that people would normally use for toasting because of the special feature we have. We have both, but this is called the Luc Belair Phantom, and if you notice, it has a button at the bottom that you'd press and it glows.
Cut off the light, cut off the light. So we
this
can
is
have a
perfect.
party around the
Yes,
bottle.
this is perfect for,
if current
night.
goes, if there's a blackout,
Use it as a lamp, not
and you still
really.
want to toast,
How long does it last?
Well,
the light.
I would say about an hour running.
Oh,
But
cool.
what people usually do when the bottle is empty, they decide to take it off. So by then, usually because of the aromatic flavor and full body texture, it usually is finished before then if you share among friends. So it's quite cool, you know. And most people, we find out this is selling a lot right now because people's getting ready. You have Belizeans who's getting ready for the New Year's party, and they're looking for something different.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And when all the bottles are out, you know, then you can go home. Right?
Yes.
Light up enough of the bottles and you stay. That's really cool. That's really cool. And then I see a champagne.
Okay. On my right, we'll start with the champagnes. These are all from France. And if you notice that we have the Luc Belair, it has the fruity aroma. Louis. The Louis de Sassy, it has the fruity aroma and it also has the orange peel color to it. And this is very delicious. It has the alcoholic content of 11.5 for those who like to celebrate. And it's also a champagne.
So it
This
will
is
give
called
you a little
champagne.
kick.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will. It will. So we have the Luc Belair, the Louis de Sassy, pardon me, Louis de Sassy and the Armand. We have the Gold, Armand de Bragnac Gold. We have the Blanc de Blanc and the Rosé, which is also champagne from France.
And those are your high end.
Yes, it's a high end. The
This
price
is not-
range,
this is
the
not-
price range is high, but the flavor is very
Exceptional.
good.
This is like when you turn 50 or 100 or something like that. You save up and you buy it, right?
Yes, the flavor is very good. And More information about the Armand. The bottles are handcrafted.
So you don't throw them out?
Yes.
Don't.
I mean, they were going on eBay. They were going on eBay and people were buying
the
them.
bottles.
Yes. So we usually have customers who buy them and then they come with the lovely box. So they take them and they put them up for souvenirs. Okay.
Awesome. So we're going to open one of these, right?
No,
Oh, okay. Steven, I tried it, Steven. I tried it for you.
we're going to try the Mioneto. We're going to open the Mioneto today.
Okay.
And the Mioneto Prosecco, because we wanted you to find out more what the Prosecco is all about.
Now, most of the sparkling wines and champagnes have a twist up cork. You shake. How do you open it?
Don't shake.
All right.
Don't shake.
All right. I know that because it might shoot out your eye.
It is wise because the pressure in one of these bottles could be dangerous. So what you would need to do when you're opening the bottle, do not shake the bottle. I won't open it yet, but you would usually remove the foil from the top.
And what's the purpose of the foil? Because I don't know, is it just decorative?
Yes, it would, and it's also extra seal to make sure what is in there, the air that is in the bottle, stays in the bottle.
Okay.
And it's also decorative because you must admit this is very beautifully put together.
Sexy bottle.
Yes. So what you would do, you would push the cork away from you, away from
and
others,
away from people,
and away from glass. Yes, you would push the cork up, and it should just flow up from there.
Explode.
Yes. So that's the proper way to open a sparkling wine or champagne.
Now, we were talking about what do you consume it with besides popcorn that I just learned, and I'm still stunned by that. Most of your sparkling wines can go with either seafood or
seafood.
Just more seafood, or can you get it with beef or steaks or whatever?
No.
Well, sparkling wine. Sorry, go ahead.
Not really. Because of the acidity, you'll find out that it goes well more with seafood.
Okay.
And the sweeter ones tend to go with fruits or desserts. You don't want the flavor to be, controversing each other, and then you don't really enjoy the aroma or the flavor, because it's a funny thing with your palate. You'd find out that whenever you smell something and you taste it, they tend to link, and then you would end up saying, you might not like the combination, but you might end up saying, I don't like this sparkling wine. Well, it's not the sparkling wine, it's what you're pairing it with. So it's very, what we try to do, we have customers who ask us what they could have with this, or they're serving this, what champagne can we buy, or what wine can we buy? And that's when we have our wine rep, or in-house wine rep, who would advise them and help them do the proper pairings, so that they could have the proper flavor and remember the wines properly.
So how do you cleanse your palate to know that what you're tasting is, authentically what's in the bottle?
Well, the flavor normally comes out on the second sip. We always mention that to our customers. And if you need to clean your palate more, just have a swish of water in your mouth, spit it out, and...
I had my water already, so... So, wow. Steven?
Steven's looking at
Armand.
Now, let's talk about your price range. And if people are not into sparkling wines, etc., how do you introduce them or get people to try the sparkling wines?
Well, I think in general, people have this notion that champagne or Prosecco already sounds very exotic, which means it's very expensive, which is not the case at all. We have a wide range of, not only here in store as well, that ranges from about $30 and up.
$35 and up.
Yes.
That's very affordable.
And right now we're excited to say that we're offering 10%.
Let's
I'm
go.
I'm sales. So right now we're offering 10%.
On these two?
Well, on all wines and spirits at the Beverage
Let's
division.
go, Steven. We are save up.
So this is about
I will drink the bottom half, but I'll
$750 a
start
bottle. It's about $750 a bottle, and with your 10% discount, that's about $75 off. We take credit cards too, it's not a problem. So we have different price range for those who want to go a little bit crazy and make it extra special for the celebrations.
It's not go crazy, it's celebrate life.
That's right.
You only live once. It's what you're willing to pay for that celebration, right?
And I think we know too that champagne might not be traditional to a lot of Belizeans. So the 10% runs on to our spirits as well.
Yes.
You know, if you still want a bit of froth in your glass, we also have Heineken, you know, that's another option.
So you can drink it in a wine glass. Is that what you're
Definitely
suggesting?
not a problem. Heineken goes well in a glass.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So, and what are your opening hours as we go towards New Year's?
Okay, on New Year's Eve, we'll be opening until 4 o'clock.
Okay.
For those who need to do the last minute shopping, for those who need to get anything from Karl Menzies, we'll be opening on 4 o'clock on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. With that said, let's open the bottle. Now, this
wanna
is
do the honors?
I don't want to embarrass myself on TV.
Okay. We'll need the glass.
Yes, let me grab those glasses from over this side. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, that's the other thing. You drink it in an authentic glass?
Yes. The reason for the flutes is that once upon a time long ago,
I like this story. It seems like, you know,
sparkling
far,
wines
far,
and
far away
champagne.
in a land called France.
Sparkling wines and champagnes were served in a basin type glass.
Very wide bowl.
But yes, but now they have diverse to the flutes. The reason for the flutes is that it tends to keep the bubbles in a little bit longer. You don't want the bubbles to escape too quickly, because that's the main purpose for sparkling wines and champagne, to have the bubbles in your glass while you're drinking. So that's the reason why they're served in flutes.
But
Right,
sparkling wines in general too, if you don't have flutes around, white wine glass would do
Yes,
perfectly
that would be fine as well.
And a neat little trick too is to put your flutes or your wine glasses in the refrigerator.
Oh, really
to keep
too?
them cold.
Yes.
And what that will help do is to keep the bubbles in longer.
And you prefer glass.
A plastic flute is fine as well.
No, you know. It doesn't matter as long as you're drinking.
I'm just
As long
asking
as you're
because you know
drinking.
you have some people, you ever try to give them wine in anything that is made out of plastic and they throw a hissy fit, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So-
I think it's just the feeling that they have, and they believe, especially a sparkling wine, that good, they want to do it the right way.
All right. So let's get ready to
Okay,
see it.
so if you notice, I'll point this way. Let me see if I'm strong enough.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh, I'm just
Let me
practicing.
see. I'm so sorry, I didn't have my breakfast this morning. It's coming up very slowly. Almost there. We should start counting down for the
All
new year one
right,
time.
500.
There we go.
And there you have it.
Okay, when you're pouring sparkling wine or champagne, it's best to tilt the glass and pour it in.
Such a delicate thing.
Yes, but it's worth every sip.
And do you get a full glass or a half glass?
Do you want a full glass?
No, I'm
Are you
just asking.
You want a full glass? You
I don't try be coffee or greedy, man. I just ask for a question, you know, like.
I'm just making sure.
But we can do a full glass during the break. I mean, who's complaining?
Okay. Are we on cue to start celebrating?
Yeah.
Okay. And you see, there's enough to share with the others.
The cameramen don't want. They don't. They
I
don't.
think
want-
they're
I
eyeing
know
that
what they
Aces
want, but-
gaze over there.
They don't really participate, but we want to thank you guys for joining us this
Thank you
morning
very much.
and for
Thank you.
sharing that you can have wine and popcorn. That's what I remember. And so next time you don't have food at your house, have a wine and popcorn party if you don't cook, right? You'll never run out of popcorn, but cheers.
Cheers.
Best for
Salud.
2016.
Best for
Okay.
2016.
We're gonna go ahead and any final words? Sorry.
Yes, on behalf of the staff and management of Karl Menzies Beverage Division, we like to wish everyone in the country of Belize a happy new year, a prosperous 2016, the best for the coming year.
Cheers.
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 We're gonna go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, will be a little happier. That's all. We'll be right back after these messages.